What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Tasker's Barbecue Supply. Today we're going to be doing something a little bit different for you guys. We're going to be doing a rotisserie chicken on our new Napoleon Prestige Pro on a rotisserie attachment. But we're going to be doing it over charcoal, so we get that wholesome flavor of spit roasting a chicken over charcoal. Hey guys, we've been doing great on the subscriber count. Keep it up. Remember, if you haven't already subscribed, smash that subscribe button down in the bottom corner. You're going to be helping out our channel to bring you more videos and better videos into the future. So, don't forget to like and subscribe, and let's get rolling into the video. Alright guys, as you can see, I have my charcoal chimney all fired up and it's piping hot. We're using Big Green Eggs lump hardwood charcoal. I love using lump hardwood charcoal because it gives you a more traditional flavor and just that old time over the spit roasted chicken flavor. So I really like using lump charcoal when I'm doing this. Now, by any means, if you're using the Napoleon and you're using their charcoal basket, you don't have to use a charcoal chimney. You can just lay your charcoal on the bottom, kick a couple burners on it to ignite it for you. But I like using a chimney because I get all that charcoal really ignited and really piping hot, and I lay that in there as my base layer, and then if I need to add some more on top of it, I can. Now, we actually won't be turning any burners on today because I've already got this ignited. It should keep our temperatures right where we need to, so I won't actually be using any gas. We're just mostly using our Napoleon for its awesome rotisserie attachment and its badass charcoal attachment as well. So, let's go ahead and get this charcoal dumped in the bottom here. Like I said, you can see that charcoal is just piping hot. So, like I said, you don't have to use that attachment. There's a charcoal chimney. You can just put everything down in the bottom there. But what we're going to go ahead and do now is we'll get this spread out just a little bit here, and we will go ahead and shut the lid and let the temperature start rising on the inside while we get our chicken prepared. Alright guys, since I'm just trying to show you a super simple way you can do this on any given day, we're not going to take this into too much detail. Basically what I have here is I just have a whole chicken that we bought at the store, and all I'm going to do is I washed it out with cold water and got any excess pins and quills out of it. Just kind of patted it dry with some paper towels, and now we're going to spritz it down with some Pam like you've seen me do before. That's going to make sure that our skin stays extra crispy. So I'm just going to spritz it down with some Pam, and then I'm going to hit it with some of Frag Out Flavors Constitution, which is their sweet and smoky barbecue flavor, and it's awesome on chicken. So we're just going to hit it with some of that, and that's it. Nothing special. It's just going to be quick and simple. So as of this point, the only thing we've done is we've started up our charcoal chimney, which took us about 10 minutes to let the charcoal get nice and piping hot, and that's it. So preparation is very easy. Once we get it on here and we get our temperatures regulated, we turn that rotisserie on. We're not going to really have to do much but let it go and just check our temperatures periodically. So let's get started on this chicken. And like I said, all we're going to do is we're going to spritz it down with some Pam. You want to make sure you get all around the legs and the wings. And that Pam's just going to serve to keep the skin crispy, and it will also serve as a binder to keep our seasoning on there really well. Now this is especially important if you're smoking. Obviously, as you've seen us do before in some of our other videos on our pellet grill, we definitely want to get Pam on these chickens because it keeps the skin nice, but you know, when you're smoking chickens, they can get kind of chewy. So if that's happening to you, try spritzing it down with some Pam like this, and I guarantee you that will help out a lot. So now we're just going to go ahead and hit it with our seasoning. And again, nothing special, we're just sprinkling on a little bit of this frag out. If you're not familiar with Frag Out Flavor, you have to go check them out. They have an awesome website, fragoutflavor.com. They have an awesome Facebook page. Their customer service is top notch. Lee and Patrick do an awesome job. You know, they're a veteran-owned company, and they believe in what they do. They make awesome flavors, and they take care of all of their customers. Great prices on all their stuff. So, like I said, if you haven't checked them out, you definitely need to go check out Frag Out Flavor. If you're from around our area, we are a Frag Out Flavor dealer as well. We carry almost every single flavor they offer, which is a ton. They have all kinds of flavors for everything from desserts to Carolina Reapers, so there's something for everyone. And they have some flavors that are, I don't want to say odd, but they're something you don't see every day. You know, like some of they have a Jamaican jerk seasoning. They have a lime and cracked pepper. They have, you know, your Reaper seasonings. Just so many different, a red hickory smoke seasoning. Just, there's so many things you just don't normally see every day from most barbecue stores or grocery stores, things like that. And that's what I like about them, is they have those flavors that are just something different. Alright, we've got all the seasoning on this chicken. Now, we're just going to get it prepared to go on the rotisserie. We'll be right back in just a moment. Alright, we have our rotisserie attachment on the side of our grill. I have our rotisserie rod here, and all I've done so far is I've put our limiting collar on here, and I've put one set of hooks on it already. We'll just slide our chicken on here, put the other set of hooks, and I am going to put the weight distribution bar on here, just in case this is a little offset, we can adjust for that. We're sitting right at 350 degrees internal on this grill right now, which is perfect for doing these chickens. So right now I'm not going to add any more charcoal. I may add a few more pieces here in about an hour or so if it starts to die off a little bit. But as of right now, we're sitting perfect on temperature, right about 300, 350 is good. If you're pressed for time, you want to get it done fast, you can go 400. You don't want to go much higher than 400. Doing it, even though you're doing it rotisserie style, you can start getting the outside a little burnt and dry before the interior is actually done, especially getting that dark meat, because that dark meat takes a little while to get done. I prefer the 300 to 350. So we're sitting perfect on our temperatures. Let's get this chicken on. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to check, for better words, up through the cavity of the chicken. We're just going to slide that chicken down, and what you want to make sure you do is get that chicken onto those spikes really well. Put that right there. And then we're going to take our other set of spikes, and we're going to run them down. And same thing, we will get those stuck in. Go. Tighten that down. Now we're going to put on our weighted collar. And basically all you're going to do is just find a spot for this to go on one side. I'm going to guess it's probably going to need to be on this side because it's opposite of the breast. But we will see once we get it on for sure. Right, and then we'll just lift up here. We're simply going to put the chicken into that side of our rotisserie. Set this over. You can see I'm directly centered over top of my charcoal attachment, because my charcoal attachment is sitting right here. So we're centered over top of that. I'm going to adjust my collar and get it over here so that it can't back out. And then let's go ahead and flip this on here and check to see if it's spinning evenly. Yeah, seems to be doing great. We got our weight distributed good because you can see that the bar's not flopping. It's not spinning real fast when it comes around to one side or the other. So we have our weight distributed pretty good on here. Now I may try to pin those wings in just a little bit. It is kind of hard on some of these. If you have some twine, you can put some twine around them and kind of pin them up. I usually just let them go because they seem to do fine. But this is pretty well it. We're just going to go ahead and let this chicken roll over top of these coals. And we are going to get some vegetable packets done up here in a few minutes with some carrots and potatoes and onions. And we're going to go ahead and throw those over here on this grate. That's why I left the grate in here. So we'll throw them in here and let them get some residual heat off of that charcoal and cook up with that. So until then, we're just going to go ahead and shut the lid, let this baby cook, and we'll be back here in a little bit. What's up, everyone? We're back. We're out here at the 2-hour mark, and as you can see, I let my judgment lapse and I walked away from the grill for a little too long, and this is what happened. Like we talked about in the first part of the video, I like to keep my temperatures around 300 to 350. If you start getting too high in temperature, you'll start burning the outside skin of that chicken. Well, that's exactly what I did. We were running perfectly 350 degrees, and we started to drop temperatures a little bit, so I threw a couple extra pieces of lump charcoal on, shut the grill lid and walked inside to make our vegetable packs and everything up. Come back out and it's at 450 degrees, and it had been that way for about 20 minutes. So it's kind of crisped up our skin, to say the least. These things happen. I don't care who you are on YouTube, Facebook, whatever. If you're a barbecue expert, if you're a grill master, you've messed up a time or two. This just goes to show it happens to all of us, and it's going to happen to you too. So don't get down and don't get discouraged if you make something that doesn't turn out perfect. We don't turn them out perfect either every time. Now, the meat nest thing's still going to be just fine because it's just absolutely dripping juices, so it's going to be just fine. The skin's probably going to be a little too dark to eat, but that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and let it finish off. It's almost a done temperature. I'm going to go ahead and let it finish off while our vegetables get cooked up here. What we actually did for our vegetables is we diced up some carrots, potatoes, and onions, put them in a pack with some Killer Hogs AP rub. In one pack, I just put butter like I normally do. And the other pack, I tried something different. Butcher Barbecue makes a cooking oil that is a substitute for butter in some cases. And they have one that's called a steakhouse blend. And it's supposed to give you that nice steakhouse basically flavor of, stuff that's been grilled after a steak's been grilled. You get that residual flavor. That's what it's supposed to taste like. So we put that in one of our packs to try to get some experience when using some of their cooking oil and see how it is. So we have vegetables on there. Like I say, these things happen. This one was a little bit of a fail, but that's okay. I wanted to show you guys what does happen and just show you guys that everybody's normal. We all have mistakes. So I'm going to go ahead and let this thing finish up here, and we'll be back here in just a little bit when we pull it off the grill, and we'll still give it a taste test. All right, everyone, we're back inside. I just want to take a couple minutes to let you know, everybody was pretty hungry, so we went ahead and tore into that chicken, and everybody ate, so we really didn't do a taste testing on camera, but I can tell you for a fact that the chicken meat was absolutely delicious. It's perfectly cooked. Was the skin a little too dark and crispy and burnt too? Really, yeah, most parts of it were. There were still a few spots that were salvageable, but hey, that's all right. The meat was still good. It fed everybody perfectly, and it was very delicious. But that just goes to show that not every cook you're going to do is going to be successful. You're going to have mishaps. You're going to forget things. I just had a lapse of judgment, and I threw some extra charcoal on, and instead of watching my temperatures, I went about doing other things around the yard, and I walked back over to find that the charcoal had gotten a little bit hotter than I wanted. Things like this happen, and that's why we wanted to take this opportunity to show you that, mistakes will happen along your way. Don't feel like you're doing anything wrong or you're imperfect just because you have a mishap on a cook. It happens to the best of us. I guarantee you every YouTube cook, every professional cook out there is going to tell you that they have had mishaps. They've had lapses of judgment and, messed up a meal or messed up a cook. It happens to all of us. So don't get down about it. Just learn from your mistakes and press on through. Make the most of that meal. I'd never suggest wasting anything. Make the most of the meal that you have, and next time just learn from your mistakes. So that's what we did here. We're just going to learn from our mistakes. We will be making another video here very soon showing the proper way to do a chicken. And like I said, you know, this is not the first video like this that's happened with us individually. You know, we've had a couple other videos that were mishaps and we decided not to post them. But I thought this time would be a great learning experience for everybody, especially, you know, those of you who are starting into YouTube videos and YouTube tutorials and cooking tutorials. You know, it's going to happen. So don't get down about it. Just keep pressing on through. We'll be back next time. Hopefully we'll get a good chicken video next time. But thanks everybody for watching. You know, you can leave your comments below. I know I'll probably get bashed a little bit for this, but that's all right. You know, take with it. Hope you all enjoy it. Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you back next time.